Good. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. Today is March 5th, 2020. This is the Environmental Conservation Board. We have an agenda that we're going to follow. So the first person is for an extension of wetland permit is Brolino Galindo, 159 Lake Shore Road. Demolish and construct single-family dwelling. Can you approach the podium, please? Could you please state your name and who you're here to represent?
I'm Braulio Galindo. I'm the owner of the 159 Lakeshore Drive, and he's asking to remove the wetland permit.
For how long? This has been expired for a while, so we have to go back.
Yeah, it's expired in
2018. June, and this was by inspection by, and could you just remind us what the project was?
to build a house, single-family house.
Okay,
There was an existing old house which I had the permit to get demolition now. I'm ready to
to construct a new one. Do you have, has anything changed on the plans?
everything stays the same.
Have you kept up your silt fence and your, you know,
I was there yesterday. I had to check the material
okay. You have pictures? All right, so on the drawings, this is off of Lake Shore Drive, and you're right by Lake Secor, and you are, you're within the buffer, right? And you have a temporary soil stockpile, that's not there anymore, right? There's only one drawing, guys.
Okay.
There's no temporary soil stockpile, is there?
No.
Okay, is your silt fence up?
Yes.
Okay,
I put two.
2 rows? Right here. And you protected the trees?
Yes.
And it slopes
Was the
down.
demolishing of the house, the existing structure, part of this permit as well, or was that a different permit? There was a different permit for it? So was that accomplished prior to when this was granted, July 19th?
Yes.
So the house has been demolished since prior to July 19th, 2018, correct? Okay.
Yeah, right, there was 2 separate permits. One was the, see, now I would've gotten blamed for that from Dominic. So the original permit was to do a demo of the existing house, and now he's asking for the extension for the construction of the new house. And there were no comments on the EAF. There were, and you got the plot plan review by the building department, you have those permits?
Yes, I do.
All right. And how long of a permit do you need? How long do you need it extended?
Well, I'm planning to start it this spring, and I estimate the work probably take me 6 to 8 months to complete.
2 years. Back to the,
Well, it has to go back
right,
to,
2 years back.
from 7/20. Do the math. 7/20/18 to 7/20/19. 7/20/19 to 7/20/21. So you're looking for about a 3-year extension. So what I'll do, what I'd like to do, guys, is make a motion that prior to start of work, there's no special conditions, that prior to start of work, verify with the town wetland inspector that the silt fencing is up, right, prior to construction of work. And,
Also that the site conditions haven't changed since we originally checked this granted the permit.
right. So then I'm gonna make a motion to the board that we extend the permit from 7/20/18 through, is 7/22/22 long enough?
Yes.
Through 7/22/22 with the following conditions. Prior to start of work, notify wetland inspector to inspect silt fence, right? And prior to start of work, verify if site conditions haven't changed.
Just so we know as well, what is the actual protected area on the property? Is it a water course? Is there
It's a lake.
the lake?
Lake
It's on the lake.
Secor.
Got it, okay. There's no water courses on the site, are there?
No.
Yeah.
This is this side. So here's the deal. This is the last extension you're getting, okay? And if you need to extend this permit again, you're gonna have to file a new application, okay?
Okay.
So. Okay, so do I have a motion to extend the permit from 7/20/18 through 7/22/22 with the following conditions? Prior to the start of work, notify the wetland inspector to inspect silt fence. Prior to the start of work, notify the wetland inspector to verify site conditions. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. So you have, you're extended through 7/22/22, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Take care.
Have a good night.
No, it's all right, I'm not gonna extend it. It's 2 years late.
Yeah, 3 years is a long time, that's fine.
Okay, next is Thomas Vitello, 192 Westlake Boulevard, construct a 10-by-14 shed. Please state your name.
Thomas Vitello.
Hello, how are you today?
Very good. Yourself?
Good. Has anything changed since the application was submitted last time?
No.
Okay, so there were no comments or questions from the public. Everything is the same that we spoke about the last time. The only condition on the permit is you need to notify the town wetland inspector to do a pre- and post-site visit for installation of erosion control. Okay? So with that, do I have a motion?
One question.
What do you have?
The details of the rain barrels, I think he sent that in
sent that
an
right
email,
here.
correct?
Right here.
Yeah.
Right. I remember seeing these, okay.
And there
That
was
was my
noticed.
That was my only note that I had. Okay.
All right?
Yep.
Okay, so do I have a motion to grant a permit number 957 to Thomas Vitello for 195 Westlake, of 195 Westlake Boulevard for the property at 192 Westlake Boulevard to construct a 10 by 14 shed. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. You can come Monday, go see Rose, sign the permit, and you're good to go.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Can I have the EAF?
I have an EAF we have to do. We have to figure out a way to streamline this. Okay, we gotta do two of them. All right, will the proposed action create a material conflict with an adopted land use, planning or zoning regulations? No. Will the proposed action result in a change in use intensity of use of land? No. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community? No. Will the proposed action have an impact on the environmental characteristics that cause the establishment of a critical environmental area? No. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change in the existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking, or walkway? Nope.
Nope.
Will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy and it fails to incorporate reasonable available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities? Nope. Will the proposed action impact existing public-private water or public-private wastewater? No. Will the proposed action impair quality or quantity of important historic, archaeological, or aesthetic resources? No. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change to natural resources? No. Will the proposed action result in an increase in the potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problems? Nope. And will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or human health? No.
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 Okay. Next item, the Water Club at Lake Mayapack condo. Okay. I received your email for the Army Corps. Was it the Army Corps?
Yes.
Yeah, and they said that you fall under jurisdiction of,
Yeah, it's a national work permit that, as long as you fall within the parameters, you're covered.
you're covered, right? So, that was the only requirement we had prior to last meeting. Prior to this meeting, rather.
There was a few others. Boom detail?
The what?
Boom detail?
I believe that was dropped off in the packet to those, that following number after the election. It was on an 8.5 by 11.
Let me look.
While you're looking for that, I could ask, the fueling on plastic across the street, did you make a note somewhere or indicate
Yeah, it says
that?
place a floating boom and water to connect on both ends of work site. Place spill kits, silt felting, concrete washout containment, and 6 mil plastic where equipment will be placed. Notify town wetlands inspector and wait for inspection before commencing work. Use wet saw and saw cut existing walls close as possible to adjacent properties without undermining walls on adjacent properties. That's very important. Use excavator with claw to remove sections of existing wall. Right, you're gonna leave the machine across the street like we discussed at night? Okay. You're not gonna use a hoe ram on this to demo it, you're just gonna saw cut it just to
Just make small sections and just
bring it out, okay. And what are you gonna do with the, you're gonna use a diamond blade, right? Chop saw?
Yeah.
You're gonna contain the slurry, or what are you gonna do with the slurry? You're not gonna do it dry.
We'll see if we can just pull it out and claw it as much as we can and cut it out on hand. There's already cracks in the wall.
You know, I understand, I'm just trying to prevent the slurry from,
No,
Set of plywood behind wall, waterside prevent, what?
And the fish eating it.
Pour concrete, remove debris from site, install filter fabric and French drains behind wall, install filter fabric. Provide certificate of clean filtering against town inspector, backfill sand. So what are you gonna do, put, clean fill underneath on the bottom, what, stone, rocks, or large boulders, or you're just gonna just use? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but you have a nice slope out there, so you're just gonna fill that whole area with sand?
Yes.
Install precast concrete steps and handrails, grade planted area, wait for inspection. Yeah, okay, I'm fine with this.
And I saw they're stamped, we had after that last time.
Yep.
Fueling great. The only thing that I didn't see was a boom detail.
There should be a,
Let me look.
Wait, I might have found it. Let's see here.
No,
Nope. No, what's this?
no, no,
Silk fence.
no. Here's the boom. This is the boom he's gonna use.
Okay, fine.
All right. That's it?
Condition on certificate of clean fill after.
Yeah,
after
just
he
give
gets
us a-
that. That's
yeah.
it.
All right, so do I have a motion
I don't think it's a
to
condition.
grant permit number 958 to the Water Club at Lake Mayapack for location of work at 141 East Lake Boulevard with the following condition, that the town wetland inspector do a pre- and post-site visit for installation of erosion control. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a
Second.
second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, you can go see Rose on Monday, and she'll have your permit, come and sign it, you're good to go.
And don't forget to.
And you have 1 year to do, what are you doing, this spring?
I'm gonna try and start it the second week of April, so that's ready for Memorial Day, hopefully.
Awesome.
You're right.
Also, don't forget also, when you do choose the company that you're gonna be having the fill brought in from, we need a certificate added to the file. Certificate of clean fill.
All right, we just gotta do an EAF, and you're good to go. There were no comments or questions from the public, and we're good to go. Okay, thanks.
May I speak to you about Whitesdale at the end of the meeting tonight?
Sure,
In a few minutes?
sure.
Thank you.
Will the proposed action create a material conflict with an adopted land use plan or zoning regulations? No.
No.
Proposed action result in change of use intensity of land use? No. Proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community? No. Proposed action have an impact on the environmental characteristics that cause the establishment of a CEA? No. Will the proposed action result in adverse change in the existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking, or walkway? No. Will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy as it fails to incorporate reasonable available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities? No. Will the proposed action impact existing private, public water or wastewater? No. Will the action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources? Nope. Will the proposed action result in adverse change to natural resources? No. Will the proposed action result in an increase in potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problems? Nope. And will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or human health?
No.
Nope. Okay, good. Okay, next item.
Sharuk.
Shurugi, Roger, and Margarita, 54 Sycamore Road. Hey, come on up. Please state your name, why you're here.
Americo Serino. Americo Serino.
How are you?
I'm the contractor to do the work. We've taken up the decking on the dock, which is that old composite stuff that it's all swelled out and given in.
Okay,
Just replacing with pressure treated lumber.
okay, because it says here plastic, old PVC decking with plastic, or you're doing wood?
That old,
If you would like to come up too, just.
If you'd like to talk, you can, Okay.
I actually fractured my foot getting around that grade.
It's that old composite that they used to use years ago with a very little plastic in it. Those things will swell up like this and,
Okay.
you know.
So in the file right now, they have a deed, they have a layout of the, where is this, on Lake Mayapack?
Yeah. I'll show it to you.
And this is the dock that's out in the lake?
In the middle of the lake, yeah.
Settle down, come
You wanna see some pictures?
on. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you? This is it right here. You're not doing anything to the substructure?
No, it's all pressure treated, still good, this stuff.
Yeah, this is the, yeah.
And how, all right, because I see you have an existing floating dock. That floating dock is taken in and out every year?
Yeah.
You have to go to the mic or I'll get in trouble. Call wetland inspector before installing turbidity curtain, install and maintain turbidity curtain, all cutting the wood to be done on patio, construction will be no more than 2 weeks. Clean up debris, pond, okay, I'm good with that. All right, so now the dock, the existing dock is, okay, so based on the drawing you have shown here, right? So the way, actually, you know what? You can come over here, yeah, take the mic. You got it good in there? It's a floating dock. Okay, what's the dimension, so if this is the water, right?
That's the water.
This is the land, that's 12 foot 10. Oh,
Yeah.
12 foot?
Yeah, 12 foot. That's
Okay.
12 foot wide by 30 feet.
So you're gonna do this one and this one.
No, this one is there already.
So you're just gonna take the boards off of this,
Just the board of this and the board of
this one.
the floating dock. I'm gonna build all that. There is a patio on the side here. Nothing is gonna be built on top here.
But if this is the water and the seawall, then this
Yeah.
is the land.
No, this is the water.
Okay,
This is the water side. The land is on this side.
yeah, but your drawing shows me the water's here.
Yeah, there is water between. That's a bridge.
Oh, that's a bridge.
That's a bridge.
And what's the distance from this to the land?
Probably about 8 feet.
Okay, because you know you can't go out further than 25 feet with dock.
Yeah,
So if this is 8, this is 12,
yeah.
and this is 14.
I know, but
The
this
math
was-
doesn't
yeah,
add.
No, this was existing for a long time. That's an old, it's got hinges on it that they take it in every year.
But again,
I know, it's 25
Which
feet.
one comes in?
that's 25 feet.
Yeah,
This is 8,
Yeah,
this is 12,
yeah.
that's 20,
and it's 14.
that's 14. What's the rules on floating docks? 25 feet, correct?
Yeah, but there's also an issue with how deep the water is for, you know, yeah, this is the property.
On that side,
That's
the water is very shallow on that side.
That one's out more.
Yeah.
just looking at that one.
I can show you a few others too if you're looking for. Here, how about this one? That's pretty good, huh? Okay,
Yeah.
here's your
All
answer.
right, well, as long as this is a floating dock,
Floating. It's-
Yeah.
it's floating,
It's temporary.
it's temporary,
Yeah.
The 14-foot
The
one?
14
That comes
foot
in
one.
every year, you said?
that comes
Yeah.
in?
This year, they didn't get a chance to pull her in this year, but they usually pull the pins out and pull her on top. It's light enough to do that.
Okay, I mean, this can be really a letter of maintenance. We don't need a
Yeah,
permit.
that's what Rose said,
Yeah, I would think
you know.
so. Yeah.
I have
You're
the,
not increasing the footprint at all.
no, it's exactly the same. I have the turbidity,
Yeah, I
Turbidity
need to
curtain,
have,
yeah.
need to
You-
give me a cut of the turbidity curtain.
I have them there, the line that goes around.
Oh, we need
What I need is a cut sheet. You know, a catalog cut of the
Right.
turbidity curtain, which one you're gonna use, or a boom.
Oh, that's the one I used, the other
Yeah, like
dock over
this.
there. It's got the float on top and it's got the.
Yeah.
You just need to show us what kind,
Yeah, the
what kind
curtain.
You
you're
need to
gonna
show,
be using.
give me
It's gotta be
something like
like
this.
And you,
You need to show me something like
using
this
pressure treated, and you, where you gonna cut, do the cuts?
on the patio.
There is a patio on the side, we cut
Okay.
everything there,
Yeah, good.
yeah. It's like when I did the boathouse on 31 Tamarack there. What I did, I put because when I took the board out, stuff falls down. I put a tarp underneath, and you put the floats on each side, and all the stuff that falls in. Once you take the tops off, then you put the stuff back, that's it. Easy.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, so I have no problem with this, showing the letter maintenance. You? You have any questions there?
It's just decking. That's it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just decking. You're not doing superstructure, you're
No.
not doing work in the lake,
No, the bottom is all.
it's all
so-
good?
It's all good, the bottom is all good.
What, and you said you're replacing it with pressure treated?
Yeah, with
Pressure
pressure treated, 5/4x6 pressure treated on top.
Okay. I'm good.
Would you be willing to submit these photos to the file?
Yeah, you can have them, you can have this.
That's fine, I think that's fine.
All right, so do I have a motion then to,
Did he say where the
He gave us-
turbidity curtain is actually
he
gonna,
shows it as a dotted line.
Yeah,
on here?
yeah, the
This-
wavy line that
He's
goes all
gonna
the
do
way
it all
around,
around the
The
structure.
entire, the
Yeah.
entire
all
structure?
around, and it ties into the wall on the house.
The
there.
seawall,
The seawall,
All right.
yeah,
okay, that's fine.
yeah.
All right. And you'll notify the wetland inspector after you get the turbidity curtain in?
I thought you wanted before.
Well, when you get it
You
in,
want him to come out first, because on the other one, he came out first.
before you put it in?
Yeah, he came out and he told me where he wanted it.
Okay, I mean,
That's all right.
that's all right. Show him, show you where you want it.
Yeah.
Then he has to look at it before you start work.
I'll go talk to him,
That's
if he
fine.
says it's fine, it's,
Okay.
then I'll call him after I put it in.
All right, so do I have a motion to make to grant a letter of maintenance to Roger and Margarita Chirugi for 54 Sycamore Road, Mayapack, New York, for the replacing old decking with new pressure-treated lumber on the docks as shown in the drawing, with the conditions that the wetland inspector gets to inspect the turbidity curtain prior to, post, and post-installation. Do I have a motion?
We'll make that, go ahead. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, good to go. Go see Rose next week, get your letter, and you're good to go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
Night.
Broken wheel. Okay. You want to come up? No, you can stay at the, well, you got something you want to show us?
Well, I have a couple of questions. I'm supposed to come to an engineer to repair all their docks. I'm sure you're familiar with how dilapidated the condition are.
Over at the White Sail,
Yeah,
which is that, right next to McDonald Marina.
yes.
Okay.
So I have a few questions here. You know, when it was constructed, they used like 4x4s and they filled it with rock and then they built the deck on top. But the freezing and thawing of the water has made all that lumber.
Garbage.
It's collapsed into the water. So my number one question is,
This area here, White
will I
Side.
be able to use helical piles that screw made out
I don't have a problem with helical piles.
And then I can just leave the water flow underneath the dock,
Yeah, you can use helical piles, but the problem with the helical piles, you're gonna probably, use an excavator? Or or a full swing to install it?
No, it's just a machine that just puts it in and just screws it down. It uses a torque rating. It's
What
very-
kind of
just-
machine?
Is it screw? It's just,
It's like a screw. A helical
Yeah.
pile is a screw.
Yeah, but what's it on? It's its own machine, or is
It's
it?
on its own machine. Yeah, it's a little 28-inch wide machine. Looks like a little tractor.
But what are you gonna do about it in the water?
Well, part of the existing dock is still stable. So I can go in and cut holes in the existing dock and use that, drive on that, put my screw piles in, and then come back and remove the old lumber, put new beams and girders.
That's a pretty good idea.
Do you think that dock, so I mean,
That's not
the-
my problem. I'm not the structural engineer on the job.
But, I mean, I could probably, further out, I may have to use a barge or something like that, on a barge, is that acceptable?
yeah, we've seen that before.
I've seen that before. The only thing is when you doing all that demo and doing the helicals, right? Because when you drill the helicals in, you're gonna generate spoils, right? As you drill it in,
It's,
I mean,
low disturbance.
low disturbance, but,
Right.
so you're just gonna have to have either a turbidity curtain or a boom similar to what, while you're doing the work.
Okay. The other thing is, there's a wall that's in the back of the building that goes down to the dock. I have a picture I'd like to show you.
Sure.
Helical piles are
That
structural for
screws.
you to put something on,
That's-
or are they the ones
What
that are
helical,
floating?
you know how when you put in a foundation for a building,
Yeah.
and if the soil's garbage, they typically drive either mini piles or H piles or
But instead of using a
pile.
pile driver.
Right, instead of doing a
this
hammer.
has like an auger bit.
Yeah, it's like
Easy
a-
cruise in.
You ever you ever drill, put in a fence
an anchor.
post?
Yeah.
And you ever rent the one-man
I own
post
one
hole
of those,
digger?
yes.
Zzz, like
Yeah.
that? That's what that's a helical pile, but the screw stays in.
Got it. Are these piles going to be load bearing, meaning you're putting the dock on top of them? Or
Yes.
are these a floating dock that's
it's-
gonna be,
It's
okay,
permanent.
all right.
What's the length of the screw?
So the auger is about 12 inches, the diameter of the pole itself is about 2. They come in
How
7
far
foot
down
length-
are you gonna put
They
it?
come in 7-foot lengths.
Yeah,
They keep welding on extensions till you reach a bearing capacity of
I see.
6,000 pounds or whatever. There's a torque, there's a gauge on the machine, and it measures the torque and how, the
Right.
resistance as it's going in, and then that determines how much weight it can hold.
so are you rebuilding this? Is this what you're doing?
Okay, so the whole place, all these
I'm
slips.
familiar with it, I just
All
wanna
those
know
slips
what.
are falling in the water. They're all blowing out.
It's been a disaster
some
for
actual
about
photos.
a decade, yeah.
And the wall behind it is a timber wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the problem, what I think was, is when they built it, they couldn't get materials back there to build anything properly at the time. So now, those timber walls are starting to bow out, and I'd like to use the same vinyl sheet piling there to just hold that
Makes sense.
soil back.
But you'd have to go deeper than 7 foot.
Oh, yeah. They come in custom lengths, so I'll have to just figure out, whatever it is. I have to probe and,
Yeah.
My-
1/3, 2/3, or whatever the bearing capacity is. They have to probably be reinforced. I would even throw a helical pile in as a tieback.
So where? are the
yes,
heli-
there's a cable that goes from the
Right.
thing back into the, about
Right.
10 feet back into the land.
Bury it,
And then you
throw it
bury
on a helical, like, what would you tension it up,
Mm-hmm.
and you'd be good to go.
Yeah.
Use it as a tieback.
Yeah, some other engineer came in and talked about doing precast concrete, and
Right.
it's $500,000 right there, and on a 700-foot wall. It's ridiculous.
So where would you put the piles on this picture? They'd literally be going in the middle of these parts, or,
Yeah, he'd cut holes here,
yeah?
because
drive
everything
them
goes
down?
out here. He'd cut a hole here, drive one, go over here, drive one, right?
Yeah, and then just put new beams in and,
Then
put
take
new
this out,
decking.
once that's
And then
in,
put new
he
beams,
can
got
take
it.
this out, put his new beams in, and put his decking in.
Are you going to be putting these slips just like they are on here as well?
they're gonna have to be, some of them have fallen into the water. So
Right.
they all need to be resupported, but,
Are you gonna?
so the building is responsible for up to here. Each individual slip owner is responsible for this part going out. That's how their bylaws are written.
So these piles out here, how are they supported?
I have no idea. I don't know. Some of them are on steel poles, some of them are on wood. They were all, there's no uniformity across there. People have done patchwork over the years, and it just hasn't worked.
I'm worried about these. I mean, I have no problem with this, but if these are individual
These are gonna come
owners-
out, right? When you do the new deck,
Yes,
they're coming out, are they going back in?
we're gonna put back in kind.
Okay, so in kind is from the
Dilapidated.
wall out, can't be more than 25 feet, right?
Right.
Okay?
Okay, just so we're,
I don't even think that's 25 feet
okay,
now.
just wanna verify.
Looking at the boat.
So by in kind, if something is currently fallen apart,
which is the whole place.
So, I mean, the individual
This is not
slips.
maintenance. This is,
No, this is, but,
This is reconstruction.
yeah. Are you doing anything with this?
Yes, and that brings me to my next question, because
what would that be?
well, from this half out, it's like real, it's all sunk in the water. It fell down.
Really a disaster, yeah.
You could still walk on the
That's
first
Farther,
80
a
feet.
lot
There
farther.
was
Yeah, that's a lot further than
gazebo on
25
it.
feet.
No, that's about 120
Yeah.
feet.
You'll need a variance for that.
You could take it out, as long as you get the paperwork to go in, that further,
Was there paperwork on this originally on the, when it was constructed, White Sound?
I have to do some research on
Yeah, I
that.
would
I'm not officially hired yet, I'm just,
I
the
see.
manager asked me to,
Got
you know,
it.
get some research. But right now, there's 66 units in the building.
Yep.
There's only 38 boat slips. And to offset some of this cost, they'd like to sell more slips to the other unit holders, so I just want to know if we could add on slips to that main dock coming out.
Yep.
What is it, yeah, finger them out.
Well, that would,
that's not hardcore.
Yeah.
no, it's not.
The construction part of it and protecting the lake is where we really come in, but there is a code, the code right now says you can't go further than 25 feet. And so, at least with permanent docks. So you'll have to probably
You have to
approach
see
the
if that's
planning
shown
board
on
or something,
drawings,
yeah.
right? If that's shown on the existing drawing, you could kind of make the
Well,
argument
you have
that
to
you
You
go
can make
on.
an argument, yeah. This would
Go
have to
into
be
the
discussed
archives,
though.
see what,
Yeah,
It's
talk to the
permanent when
Coast
they-
Guard, and you have to talk
Right.
to, I mean, I'm not gonna get involved in another,
on the board.
yeah, another,
The thing that bothers me about this part of the project are these slips. Not because I don't think that you guys will handle a good, like whoever does this job will handle them appropriately. It's because if they are individually owned and the owner of the property is not gonna take responsibility for these, take them out, put them back in kind, which could mean that they're submerged or not. I'd be very concerned about the individual owners of these having no idea that they actually would need a permit to do any sort of work on here. Right, they're just gonna get they're gonna get a dilapidated boat slip or something.
Well, you know, it's funny, because I brought something similar up the other day, because each slip, there's a boat on each side. So
Right.
the slip is shared by two different
people.
unit holders.
Yeah.
So they actually have to split the cost of whatever's gonna go there.
I tell you what, I have no problem with use of helical piles, but my intent, but I don't wanna put, you know, and then doing the wall, I don't have an issue with that, I think that's a great idea, using that material you're using for the thing. The tiebacks, good with, but, you know, you're gonna give me this, you gotta do it right.
Right. And as far as
Or remove it.
that huge dock,
You need to do investigation. I can't tell you whether it's good or not to go.
Let's say.
if we do this in phases, you know, to just kinda like break it up, you know, so at least I get permits for
This
This
part,
this part.
you could do that.
Yeah, you could do that.
I-
You could do one drawing, and then just bubble the area phase one, and you're gonna have to issue 3 separate permits. It's not one permit, say, let's put number 2 in now, right?
I will say though that hypothetically speaking, if you do get, let's say that it's grandfathered in, you, for whatever reason, the 150-foot dock that you have out here is perfectly legal, you could, if it's considered legal, we can issue letters of permission or letters of maintenance or a permit on repairing it. Our jurisdiction is make sure you have a turbidity curtain, make sure that we're not disturbing the lake, that kind of thing. So you'll have to figure out, not from our board, planning board, you can talk to the engineering department,
Department of
figure
Buildings
out-
wouldn't have any jurisdiction in the water.
pardon me?
The
No.
Department of Buildings has no records of anything in the water, right?
Who does docks?
I couldn't tell, I could ask the lawyer tomorrow, I could give Joe a call and find out. I'll find out. As far as the use of helical piles, I think that's a great idea, and you're probably not gonna have to go very deep because of the rock. You know, I'm doing a job now, I'm doing 90-foot helicals, they're phenomenal. The time I saved is, but the soil's sand.
It's better than having to pour concrete, you know,
yeah.
you gotta wait for it to cure, I mean, it's build and build, you know.
Build
there's
and get
no-
in and
No
get out.
interruptions. This wall actually curves around the side of the building and then comes up on the other side of the building. So, but that part is on land,
But it's within the 100-foot buffer.
so you're still,
Yeah,
okay, so it's, that would all be one.
All be one permit.
Okay.
So you'd have to give us a site survey, laying out the wall, how you're doing it, elevations, you know, full-blown drawings.
Gotcha.
And then show details of your wall, where the helical's gonna go, because it's gonna be within the 100-foot buffer. Now here's the other magic number. Area of disturbance
I was just gonna say that, yeah.
is at 5,000 square feet or less. And you have to figure out, you have to be creative in terms of what you consider as disturbance, right? So if we're taking off these 6x6 timbers and maybe just cutting the land back a little so you can get your equipment in there, you know, you gotta figure out how much you're chewing back so you can, you know, are you disturbing 5,000? Then you need a SWIP, full-blown SWIP.
Okay, I just plan on putting those piles, that pile
I
right in front.
agree
and
with
just
you.
leave that timber and let it,
Leave it in place?
Leave it in
So that- But
place.
then what you're doing is you're adding, then what are you gonna do with this? You're gonna go out further now? So whatever you lose on that, 18
oh,
inches,
those final things won't, they're
I
not.
don't know, I gotta,
No,
somebody gave me,
no, that's a different product, though. That one's a concrete filled hollow core one, the one I'm looking at.
other one
is
using is just a plastic Z
Just a
sheet.
corrugated, yeah.
Oh, so you would just put it right up in front?
They don't have the money, I gotta
I know, go on the
be,
cheap.
be creative here.
All right. Just also, you have to look at the area of disturbance. Okay. We all know you're working in and around the lake, in a lake community. I get it. You know, we'll work with you on it, but just, you know, you gotta check the boxes. Okay?
Okay,
Fantastic.
thank you. for your
Interesting
time.
project. I like stuff like that.
yeah, it's interesting.
Okay, so, still can't vote on 10, oh no, 10-3 we can vote, because you read them and you said you could go with it.
You got it.
So, Ed, you're the only, so, Ed, you can't vote,
Right, I won't.
and you can't vote for the next one either.
I won't do that either.
Okay, so I have a motion then to accept the meeting minutes for 10-3-19.
So moved.
Second? There's only one other person that could second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Vince wasn't there?
No. Minutes, motion to approve the minutes for 1/2/20. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
That was from our last meeting.
I know.
Oh.
Number 4, issue a letter of maintenance. Okay, with that, we've cleared the agenda. Do I have a motion to close the meeting?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Good night. Enjoy your weekend.